Hey, I'm Cyclon and GGG finally announced the starting day for the next league, as well as the announcement, which is the 27th and the 4th, which of course this video shows. But they also teased a tiny bit about the next league, and I think they teased more than you would see on the first look. First we have the trailer, which I'm quickly going to let run as it's just 20 seconds, hope that is okay. So we see these tiny flashes, where we see something but not really fast enough. We see the boss, we have the eerie music, we have tentacles, it could be an arena of the boss itself maybe, or it could just be a random area they designated, so they could make this. I think they've done that before. We see that this is one of the guys from the supporter packs. It is no wait, Ravager. It is Ravager. So that is supporter pack number 4. So he might play a bigger role than the other ones. Could also be the reveal they're all big bosses actually, and they're not the old system of 4 small bosses into 1 big boss. That might also be that he is a special case because of something I will come to in a moment. It might have to do with the moon, and more about that later. So if we finish watching, we have here, it's the Siege of the Atlas. It's not Vanquishers, I was wrong about that. I assume it's not Vanquishers, assuming I'm still right that those guys are the Vanquishers. And I'm not completely wrong on that track either. Because the Incinerator might be really the Lightkeeper, and they're going to be a war like with the Shaper and the Elder. Because we have here the Fire and the Moon, or Sun and Moon, opposing each other, and then we have an orb in the middle. I don't know if that is a bigger role. But there were these 2 tiny flashes where the screen just flickered, like around here. This one, and this one. And I've watched it in 0.25 speed, and I found out what we saw there. So this is the first thing we saw. And that looks awfully familiar as an Atlas. But there's more. The reason why I think is a moon is because of the 30 the end here. It kind of looks like a star sky, and this could be moons. They look all the same. But it could just be that would be the moon circling around all the Atlas. Maybe it's something related to the moon. But we have the star cross here, and if we take a look at the current in-game, we don't have that anymore. But we have this border around it, and here we have the border here too. So I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, or if it might actually be the new center of the Atlas. Then I will know what these are, but it could be, because we have here and here, it could be the lion figure, so this might just be that this is going to be the new Atlas we got a sneak peek at. And if we take a look at, where is it? Here. If we take a look at the older Atlas, they did used to have this star formation here. So if we compare that, that is the star formation we know. So that is what's supporting my theory about this being the new center of the Atlas, which then would expand outward, and I don't know what will come there. The next teaser we got is Maven, but again, there is something different about her. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, 4, 8, 12, 15, 16, no, 15, 18, 19 orbs. But if we take a look again here at Maven, she doesn't have that many orbs. She has some orbs in this, and then some orbs floating around her, but we see the disc here. So those are more. She having more. It could be that if I misremembered, and in the Maven fight herself he has more, but I think she only had 1 row of these. So there could be an upgraded form of the Maven coming too, and her eyes are a bit glowy, but we probably see something. So there could be something with these orbs. I don't know much there. I just noticed that there are more orbs than she used to have. And the last thing we see, also we see a sun in the background, which could hit at something, and the last thing we see is this. And now that is again supporting my moon theory. This looks like some kind of eldritch moon, because it doesn't look like the moon we usually see. It looks more tentacly. I could be reading too much into that, but it looks a bit like that. So this could be the moon. This could be pointing at a star sky and the moon. And if we go back to the trailer, in the background we also have a star sky, and we always knew Path of Exile always has a bit of celestial theme into it. But this star sky is not like the ones we used to have. We had a lot of purple and colorful in the background, but this is more bluish, more dark. So I don't know what you guys think. I would be curious to know. Please let me know in any way, be comments, Discord, or whatever. Come to me in person if you know where I live. I'm really curious how much of I'm reading into it is just pure craziness, and how much is actually, hey, that is something interesting, and I don't think people have seen that yet. Anyway, that is all I wanted to say. I'm really looking forward to this. There were some pretty interesting teasers in here. I will definitely be watching it the January the 27th. I'm really hyped now that not hyped about the league yet. I hope that I will be hyped about the league, but hyped about how much of what I've looked into is actually the truth. And before I forget, sorry, I have to do a quick jump back. This guy, like I assumed, because of the moon theory, let me take a picture where it's a bit higher, could be the dreamer. That will be supported by my theory that this guy is going to be a bigger role than the others, because we now see him, but it could also be misdirection. It could just be a random pick and he looked the coolest. He could be a dreamer, but I've watched Kitten Cat Noodle's lore videos where she mentions that the dreamer might be the Shaper, because there was some reference to him as a dreamer. So I don't know about that theory anymore. But if not the Shaper, this guy could be the dreamer. We're supporting with the moon theory and maybe some sleep things, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly throw that out too. Okay, that's everything. Hope this was interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know, and have a wonderful day.